me filming in the daytime without and not needing a ring light. Love that for me. What is up? It's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is gonna be my April TBR. So I'm scared, to say the least, for April. I feel the stress already. I just want to read all the things, and like this is the TBR that I took the longest to plan out. Like I just solidified it right before filming this video, and it's April 3rd, and I've been thinking about my April TBR since like February. So I have my 10 official TBR, and then I have my buddy reads with Sarah and Kat, which is usually like 4 to 5 books. I did pretty well with my buddy reads with Sarah last month, and I have carryovers, and one of them includes a buddy read with Sarah. Speaking of, I'm kind of cheating the system a little bit when I say I have 10 books on every TBR. All right. So every month I start with my full moon book club pick for the month, so everyone is in the loop when it comes to that. I realized today that I have to announce the next 3 very soon. For April, we are reading A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I. Lin. This is the first time I don't have the physical copy because I got a NetGalley ARC from the publisher. I'm gonna read that on my Kindle. The live show is going to be April 16th at, I think I said noon Central. And my guest host for this month is going to be Tammy from Tammy Tries to Read. I remembered her channel on the first try for the first time. It's confusing because her Instagram is Tammy Reads. But anyway, she's adorable. I freaking love her. I'm so excited to talk about this book with her. If you didn't know, my live shows for my book club are always on the full moon of every month, hence full moon book club. So if you miss an announcement or forget or whatever, you could always just Google the full moon for that month. Sometimes I do adjust it, so follow me on Instagram, keep up with my stories and stuff, just in case I leave the date if like it doesn't work out for the guest or whatever. But yeah, I don't have like a separate Instagram for it or anything, so follow me. It's at Sapphicathon. Also, there's always a Google form link down below for you to fill out if you'd like to participate. It's not mandatory. You just read the book, show up to the live shows, have a good old time, you know? But this way I learn a little bit about each of y'all who do participate one month or another, so it's a fun time. I do read every single one, so that is linked down below. Anyway, A Magic Steeped in Poison. The story is a YA fantasy based on Chinese mythology. This girl is really good at brewing the most delicious teas, and then she accidentally poisons her mom and her sister with said tea. So to like resurrect her sister or whatever, she enters this tea brewing competition, and it's like magical. I'm hoping it'll be a really quick, fun read. This whole year so far, I've been doing really badly with reading BIPOC authors. I've read a bunch, just not like the ratio isn't balanced from BIPOC to white authors that I've read. But anyway, so that's why I'm super excited for this one, and I hope y'all can join us. The next book I usually talk about is the book I intend to read for Sapphicathon. We have no idea when that's gonna be, if it's even gonna happen, honestly, because we've been slacking. We don't know who the guest host is gonna be, but I do have a Sapphic book on my TBR. This was also on my last month's TBR, Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Was supposed to buddy read it with Casey from Casey Can Read, but we both weren't in the mood for it once Sapphicathon came around. So we're gonna try again this month because it's a library book and I have to return it soon because I'm sure there are holds on it. It's a Sapphic romance. One is a photographer who like moved to a bigger city, and then she's coming back to her hometown to photograph her, I think, sister's wedding or something, and then she meets this other girl, I think her name's Claire, yeah, and then they fall in love. I've heard this gets really steamy, so I'm super excited. It is kind of long, and I've been on and off about wanting to read it. I'm in the mood for darker books since I read Ninth House a few days ago, so this cover is just not giving for me right now. It's just too happy. I don't know, but hopefully it lives up to the hype because I've heard good things. Next, I'll talk about my current read, which is Gallant. I started this on April 1st on my first of the month reading sprints. I will link that live show down below. It's one of my favorite live shows ever. We were all intoxicated in some way because April 1st, well, Kat wasn't, but she was still having a good time. We went 9 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. to like 1 a.m. We were delirious by then. It was super fun, so I'll have that link down below. Anyway, Gallant by V.E. Schwab. Apparently this is YA, and like I had a guess because it has like illustrations and not too many words on the page type thing, but I never heard that V.E. Schwab is from now on going by V.E. Schwab, whether it's adult or YA or middle grade or whatever. Prior to this one, they went by V.E. Schwab just for their adult books, so I was a little bit confused, but we gotta figure it out. Anyway, I am 88 pages into this. I'm currently vlogging, so don't you worry, you will see my in-depth thoughts. I'm liking it so far. I'm liking the haunting writing, as I've heard other people say, and it's going super quickly. I just know that that if I sat down and binged this, I could finish it in like one sitting. And that's, I think, what V.E. Schwab intended for this book when they wrote it. So I wish I was able to read it in one sitting, but whatever. I read Junji Ito yesterday, so I didn't even touch this. I probably read a page. I'm excited for this one and to see if her writing holds through. I think it will. I know her writing's incredible regardless, but it's just that Addie LaRue is just so dear to me that like, it's hard for me. I think that's why I keep putting off V.E. Schwab's books. I've heard really good things. I've heard a lot of people giving it 5 stars. I've heard that it is just as good as the writing in Addie LaRue, so we'll see. Speaking of Addie LaRue, I'm gonna finish my reread of this finally. I've been on page 72 since like, when did I start this? Like November of last year? It's actually insulting to myself that I just couldn't get through the reread the first time. But it's gonna be for a secret TBR, which I'm super excited about, so I'll probably start the vlog for this next week. So this will be read very soon in relation to this video. The other 2 books I'm gonna read for that secret TBR are Out of Love by Hazel Hayes and this chunker, Andy Warhol. So, okay, let me go in order here. I'm losing my shit. Out of Love, the timeline's like manipulated a little bit, so they're like working backwards. So it's giving 500 Days of Summer. If you've seen that movie, I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. So I'm hoping this makes me sob because I really just, I need a hard-hitting book. It's been a while, so I don't know. I've cried like happy tears recently. I just want a good like full-on sob, like my You've Reached Sam experience. I'll have that vlog linked down below. I cry a ton, so there's that. But yeah, I'm excited for this. So it begins at the end, there's a breakup, and then they like figure things out and it goes like backwards. I don't know. Yeah, I've had this for a while. I'm so excited for this vlog. But the last book I'm gonna read for I might read one more. I might read The Fault in Our Stars because it does fit the theme of this vlog. That's if like I have time and I know I could read it in one sitting. I have this chonker. So it's just like this nonfiction about Andy Warhol. Literally like some pages only have one quote. I read I think like 100 pages of this or something before and it went really fast. So I know I can do this. It just looks intimidating. If you didn't know, Andy Warhol, I don't really talk about this, so you probably don't know, but Andy Warhol is my favorite artist of all time. Like I love him as a person. I've watched interviews by him. I've watched documentaries about him and he's just so eccentric. I love his personality. I love his aesthetic. He's a pop art artist if you didn't know. I also love Vincent van Gogh, so they're kind of tied. And Banksy. But anyway, Andy Warhol. This should go by pretty quickly and it'll be one of my nonfiction books for the month. Speaking of nonfiction, I actually have a few nonfictions on this TBR. So that one's number 1 and then I have Cultish. I've had this book in my hands from the library since February 1st. It is about damn time I finish it and it is due in like literally 2 days and I can't renew it. So I have to start this like today, like right after this video. I've heard good things about this. I associate this book with Noelle from Noelle 7 Pages. She's been trying to get me to read this for a hot sec. I love anything culty, books with cults in it, plot twists with cults in it. So, okay, minus A History of Wild Places. That cult book, I gave 3 stars. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen my vlog or anything for it. That's the exception. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited to learn more about fandoms and everything and how people operate and how the mind works when it comes to worshiping celebrities almost. I'm excited to get some insight into this realm. And then the last nonfiction book on here is Here For It by R. Eric Thomas. I am so excited for this, especially now because R. Eric Thomas was on this like virtual author talk event with Jenny Lawson. I just know I'm gonna love his personality, his humor. Heard this is really funny. It's Here For It or How to Save Your Soul in America. This is written by a gay black man and he just talks about like navigating America. So everywhere he went, whether it was his rich, mostly white suburban high school, his conservative black church, or his big city Ivy League college, he found himself on the outside looking in. So it's a collection of essays about that, basically, how he's dealt with it. So I'm excited. These nonfiction books are both under 300 pages and then the Andy Warhol one seems pretty quick too. So I'm excited to expand my nonfiction archive. Why am I like this? Next book on my TBR is The Atlas Six by Olivia. Okay, I don't know how to say her name. Olivia? The Atlas Six. Y'all have heard of this. Dark academia, there are people with powers, and that's all I know and that's all I need to know. And I know this is super popular, and whoa, I always forget there are illustrations in this one. But this cover is my aesthetic to a T. The naked cover, amazing. But yeah, I'm hoping this will give me Ninth House vibes, just all the dark academia academia-ness that I always crave in books. I wanted to read a lot more dark academia books this month, but I have to be strategic in my TBRs. And then this one is the book that I added on today, or replaced something with today. Like I said, I'm in the mood for like darker books, especially after Ninth House, but also A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers. And so I picked out the Taxidermist Lover from my shelves. I've had this for a while. I saw it at work one day and then I was like, I need this book, but I'm on a book buying ban. And then a subscriber named Malka sent it to me and I feel so bad because I haven't touched it since. So this is a short little book. Short, quirky little books that not a lot of people talk about are like my favorite genre, I swear. This is a story about obsession. This lady gets obsessed with this taxidermist. I don't know, I'm sure she goes through lengths of, what is the phrase? I don't even know. She does the most for this man, okay? It says, a modern gothic tale of a woman obsessed with her lover's taxidermy creatures and haunted by her past. And that's all I needed to be intrigued by this. I'm excited to finally get to it. I figured I needed a short book to balance out all the chonkers I'm reading this month. My carryovers from last month, I still gotta finish Night Wolf. I've talked about this too many times. It's the third in the Black Sunshine. What's it called? The Black Sunshine. No, it's called something else, but Black Sunshine and the Blood is Love, that duology. This is the spin-off. Yeah, Sarah's gonna kill me if I don't finish this soon because she got it for me and it was one of our buddy reads last month. She finished it in like 2 days and I was like, I'm not in the mood. But I think subconsciously I've just been pushing it off because I don't want it to end, you know? Apparently there's another spin-off sequel thing, I don't know, coming out soon. I don't know how soon, but that's that. And then I also have His and Hers by Alice Feeney that I started and I read at work on Friday too. And I got to page 66 and I just want to fly through this because the chapters are super short. Love Alice Feeney's writing with all my heart. She does such a good job of incorporating little life lessons but within the plot, and it's so intricately woven in there and it's so seamless. I love it. She always has such good quotes. I'm excited to finish this because I heard the twist is crazy. All right, now for my buddy reads with Sarah and Kat. I don't know if Kat is gonna read House of Earth and Blood with us, but I know Sarah has peer pressured me into reading it with her. And I know also that if I don't buddy read it with someone, there's no way I'm gonna read this on my own. But it is on my 22 books to read this year. So we'll see if I can conquer this beast. I just got through A Court of Silver Flames last month. So I don't know why I keep putting myself through this, but like, if not now, then when? Am I right? I know Sarah will have a harder time because she doesn't read fantasy, but like, I'm still gonna fucking struggle because it's urban fantasy and I think that's probably my least favorite subgenre of fantasy aside from sci-fi, because y'all know I don't really read sci-fi. Hopefully it's not too confusing and hopefully I get through it this month. If I have to take it into May, that's fine. But one that I really want to finish this month, and I'm not dragging out any longer than I need to, is A Little Life. This I know Kat is reading with us, and big and little, like size words, are the buzzword for this month's Buzzwordathon hosted by Books and Lala. And so Sarah and I were like, okay, perfect. A Little Life. It's gonna fit in with April. It's fine. Let's do it in April. So yeah, we're gonna conquer this beast as well. And I know there's like backlash on Hanya Yanagihara. There are like some problematic things that people are claiming, but you know what? I've had this book forever and I know everyone's like, you don't have to feel the FOMO, like this should not feel like required reading, like it's too much, it's gonna ruin your mental health, blah blah blah. I think I'm in a decent place in my headspace for this. Honestly, I cry at a lot of things, but like when I know how sad something's gonna be, sometimes I don't cry, so we'll see. I'm sure I will. I'm a freaking Cancer. Like, I'm going to sob, but this will be its own dedicated reading vlog, so stay tuned. I know Sarah will not let me skip out on this month, so this is definitely happening in April. Don't know if the vlog's gonna come out in April, but that's a different story. So yeah, A Little Life. I'm also gonna be rereading Normal People with Sarah. We just got this random kick to rewatch Normal People, so we're like, oh, we gotta read the book first again. I've never read it physically, so I am excited to annotate the shit out of this copy. I got this for free from the library as a discard. So excited when I saw it on the shelves. I love the show, I love the audiobook, and now that I've read other books by Sally Rooney, I'm kind of used to her not using quotation marks. I'm so sorry for the glare in my glasses. I'm trying to like not, but yeah, this is happening this month, hopefully soon, because it's short and it would be amazing to get this out of the way right away. Lastly is another, not really a carryover because I haven't started it yet, but this was also on my March TBR as a buddy read with Sarah, Vladimir by Julia May Jonas. I keep saying Jones. I realized recently that it's Jonas. Sarah and I are gonna buddy read this with Mo from the Roomies Digest, and I'm so excited to discuss this with them. Don't know when we're gonna start it at all, but it's super short again, so I'm gonna make that happen. But yeah, that is my April TBR. TBR. Let me know if y'all are reading any of these books as well, if you're excited for any of them or planning to read them anytime soon, whatever. If you made it to the end of this video, you know what? Leave a fingers crossed emoji in the comments down below because I'm gonna need all the luck I can get for this TBR, let me tell you. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe and stay positive always, and I'll see y'all on my next one. Have a good reading month, everyone.